Hey everyone, I'm Caryn Welby-Solomon and welcome to What's IGN Crushing On, IGN Africa's official entertainment podcast. I'm your host and I'm joined as always by my producer and editor Rebecca Barches. So this is a show where we discuss all things entertainment and pop culture with a new guest every week. We bring recommendations, news and fun facts, sometimes touching on the more serious issues surrounding these topics. Hello and welcome to our Christmas episode. Christmas is actually my favorite time of the year. Whether it's like the music, the movies, the food, and there's just this like special air about it. I love going to midnight mass, getting a new outfit, getting my hair done, and I'm very aware of the fact that that's not going to happen this year. I'm not going to see a bulk of my family. I'm not going to go to midnight mass. I'm not going to get any new outfits. And it's sad, but it's different. And even though I love Christmas so much, and I consider myself a bit of a Christmas connoisseur, I'm nowhere close to my sister. She's the type of person who decorates every corner of the house, who buys gifts for everyone, who is like constantly playing Christmas music. And she like truly indulged in the Christmas spirit. So because, I believe that the spirit of Christmas is all about love and family, we're doing things a little bit different this week. We don't have some big name guests, but we'll be joined on the podcast by some members of my family, my mom and my sister. My actual immediate family is huge, 12 people. And we couldn't get them all on because scheduling would have been a mess. And I don't know who would want to listen to all these people complaining and shouting at each other other than members of the family. But yeah, we kept it small. And so firstly, we're going to listen to a chat that my sister and I had with my mom, and we reminisce about some Christmas memories. She of course drags me as she's wont to do, and she also talks about some of the nonsense she enjoys watching, a lot of trash TV, but that's her fave. And then after that, there's a more in-depth conversation with my sister, Vanessa. So my sister, she studied psych. She was a teacher for many years. Now she's a corporate trainer. She has a master's in adult education. And she's always thinking about like the psychology around situations and sort of how it affects people when they're younger, how it affects them when they're older. So that's sort of the angle at which she approached the conversation. And we talk about things like Christmas movies, why we enjoy some, why we don't enjoy others. We spoke about what the Christmas spirit actually means and how we can enjoy Christmas during this time of COVID. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the conversation. Stay tuned for the end. I will give you some of my favorite Christmas movies, of course, and what else I'm crushing on. And yeah, let us know what you think. Here's our chat with Val, my mom, and Vanessa, my sister.
Oh, and don't talk about when Caryn got 50 rand and you must go and buy 20 gifts. Caryn maak het skooi.
Shame. Was jy daar in Port, eh?
I bought for everybody. We didn't go to Green Market, so we went to the crazy store in Golden Acre.
No, we did also. There were 2 years that I had to go with you to town. We went by train.
Huh?
No, I think we went by train.
Yes, because we
It was a whole outing. Then you go, then you look, and look, and look. And now we're trying to find things that's like 10 rand. Or, like a letter opener you bought 1 year for Daddy.
I remember
Don't
that.
think I ever used that.
So like a man on the other end. I was very proud. Do you remember the one time when I bought you that yellow plastic glasses?
I still have it.
You see, you still have it. I bought it at the
But
shop.
I don't actually throw stuff away.
Is that the champagne one? The goblet?
So I almost bought him that, and then I bought him like a
See, you could have recorded this now.
yeah.
Oh. Huh?
And a champagne, like a champagne bottle. But then I used to buy.
It's still my ideas probably that you have.
You. Where would I have thought of a champagne bottle? But I don't know. I remember I made a lot of Christmas decoration, but like at school and stuff, so get paper hooters.
And then I thought to myself, my word, I wish it's gone. Shame.
And then you start, well, why is mine here at the back?
Then you go fetch it at the gate. My word, I was so proud that little dolly, that knitted little angel was always right in
But
front.
the knitted angel never even looked like an
Angel. It was always the first thing that must go on. She actually scratched in that box to look for that angel, and I thought that wish is gone. Right in front. You know, that time I was still, it must be nice.
You still like
Everybody must be,
When did that change?
everybody must be smart, and I see this funny decorations.
So did you just move it to the back of the tree every time?
No, I
No, I
brought it back to
didn't.
the
Then
front.
we left it in front because she was now looking, where's my angel?
But wasn't she sensitive about that for years?
And yes, we were so scared because in the eyes get full of tears.
I was very proud of the ones that I did make. I remember, like I used.
That is actually a person must be proud of, but because I was like nice stuff, so I wasn't proud.
So you saying the stuff that I made wasn't nice stuff, mommy?
She didn't display anybody's stuff. Don't feel like it was a thing for you.
Shame.
But you've learned now.
I've learned actually that small things matter, but that time I was too busy.
So like marking.
Your daddy always come with a Christmas Eve, then he must still do stuff. The tree's not even up yet.
And so when people like put up their trees in like the beginning of December.
Advent.
And then I'm like, I didn't know this. I know 23rd of December.
Because also the house must be like spotless
Spotless.
before the tree goes up.
And Venus still busy the 23rd. Windows must still be washed. The girls told you must go home and now you must still be put up. Daddy come home, party after party in the dockyard.
And then we must go look for like a nice tree because by the time we go buy a tree, then all the nice trees
It's a time.
nice trees are
So
gone.
when Vanessa was a baby, we'll never forget the 24th. That Pick and Pay must close early, man. 1 o'clock or so. I think I was probably 20 to 1 day. We still ran to go buy her present. Bicycle. What's it called?
Oh,
A
quite.
Bicycle.
That's okay.
Did I
Tricycle.
Did I,
man, Tricycle. Tricycle.
Did I ride it?
Probably saw 1 or 2.
But I remember one year you bought me that Cindy doll, that ballerina doll was so like the fashion. But so you only could buy me a Debbie doll.
What?
Not a Cindy doll. The Cindy doll, like limbs could like bend
So
and
yours
stuff.
was like plastic.
But mine was not doing all this stuff.
Shame, man.
Shame.
But you got something.
I did get something.
Shame, there were children that didn't have anything.
We just used to get a dip nowadays.
What's a dip?
A dip is just like a box with all little things
Oh,
in
like
here.
a lucky dip.
A lucky dip. Every year, Mom used to get that, and my neighbor looks at the
But remember that parrot that I got?
Wow.
But that was the best Christmas. Yo.
I mean, you weren't even there. I mean, it was the night before, and you sleeping because you like waiting. But they were on that stairs there, and they were like, "Hello," and the parrot went, "Hello," and they were like,
Come make some tea. Come make some tea. That was now.
Because what I remember is that I remember waking up and obviously not going to go unwrap the present, and then I took it to their room now to now be like, oh, well, like, that's what I got. And they took it from me. And then the two of them started playing. Then they were repeating stuff, and I'm just lumming there on the side. Like, not.
But I used to come every Christmas, Christmas Eve from church to come open gifts. Excited.
But yeah, I'm sure you didn't get such quiet gifts. Or.
no, but we didn't get gifts for a while now when we were teenagers. We never ever got gifts. And then I think probably in high school we didn't really get Christmas gifts. I don't recall getting Christmas gifts at all we used to maybe get an outfit or whatever. And then there was a time when Wayne and I worked. No, there was like 1 year, I think we just decided we're gonna buy everybody. And that was exciting because we actually had presents under the tree. And
Good times though for trees. Presents.
so long as it cost us.
You know, once when I started getting gifts from Vanessa and them, it was the best. And I still am so 4 gifts Christmas time.
Yeah, we didn't know that life, Caryn.
Mm.
Oh, but you're also old, so
No.
you're so the older. I mean, you didn't have older siblings to buy you stuff.
We can't imagine a lot about Nina. Nina just was around her.
How do you mean?
She also used to buy gifts with Vanessa a lot of the time. They used to like club buy. Because you must buy me that lava lamp.
Nina and I.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, we clapped together a lot of times at the beginning also. Yeah, Wayne and I were so proud and we bought Mommy that vinegar.
I still have
dispenser.
it. I just want to give it away now.
It's like cut glass and...
But I use it a lot.
She did actually. It was an anniversary gift actually.
So that's why Vanessa like giving gifts now because she didn't get a lot.
It's my love language.
Your love language.
No, but she didn't.
Anyway.
That's a life, right?
Yep, we're all gonna die.
How?
Mommy said the other day she's like, oh, when you just feel like this.
She was keep on telling me about me and I'm dead, so I said you will just feel this cold wind. you know.
Aren't you gonna rest in peace?
I said, what? You the one that has such. What do you want to still have business
lingering at-
around here?
No, you
She's so,
come. No,
she's
you,
so bust.
no, you come like this.
Like a cold wind.
No, man, but that lady that's on TV.
Oh, long. I said,
Long
Mom,
Island.
imagine I must go to a medium.
Oh.
Then, and now she's not dead. And then she'll push her way to the front to come tell me.
Say this.
But Rajay.
Somebody's coming forward. They're very happy. What you're doing. They're actually at peace.
But they're wondering what you're wearing. What?
What will I wonder what she's wearing? I think she was married by that time.
But now, why do you think that you like that Long Island? Because you remember how she used to
Long
watch.
Island medium.
Yeah, Long Island Medium. Do you remember how she used to watch that? John
John-
crossing over with John.
Oh, that's nonsense.
But why do you think you like it so much? It's weird.
They've got this gift.
But why do you think you like it? I'm saying.
I like to see who's coming forward and who that dies and then and lot
It goes
of
back to those funerals when the body used to stay in the houses like that.
Yeah, but for someone who is scared of ghosts and spirits and stuff as you are, the fact that you want to watch it is weird for me.
I like to see how people that look, the family is worried he died in an accident and they don't know where he is, and so then they go to her after battling long with that feeling, and then they go to her and then she reassured them that he came forward but then she recorded and she must say things that they know that only they knew about, that small things, and that there's
But that's just to prove that it's real, that now it's really them or whatever.
it's really, then we'll say, then they feel satisfied.
Even
Even
you
that time
like all stuff like that because that's also like long lost family. If you think about it. So it's like families coming together, making sure everyone's okay.
But long lost family is lekker though.
No, that's a guaranteed cry.
Yeah. But okay, wait, I want to ask her quickly, Mommy, for Bobby's dad. Why another show that Mommy watches that I'm like, I don't understand is that Plathville people.
I didn't watch for a long time.
Who?
Do you know what Welcome to Plathville?
Not at all.
Welcome to Plathville.
I didn't just watch it.
She watches it all the time.
No, it was off.
Oh.
It was off. I didn't watch
So
it.
what is it about?
It's about this family that they on the farm, they raise the children on the farm. They have lots of children, but they were raised like in the olden days. You know, there's no TV.
Oh, like the Amish.
But they're
Yes,
not Amish.
similar to that.
No, but they wear normal clothes. They wear
But they
modern
are-
day clothes.
But they wear smart clothes. They buy them everything.
And they have like appliances and stuff.
They have all those things, but they were all like together. They never mix with other children. They don't know about cell phones, nothing.
It's more like Mormons.
I don't think what is moments. But anyway, but now when they reach 18, then they must can go on their own. So think Ethan is 2. I mean, 18 they go on their own. So the eldest son now went and he met
His
this
name's
girl.
Ethan or something.
And he met this girl and she introduced him to wine. Look, they don't know that's taboo where that's concerned. And then so anyway, so now everything that she not now they got then they can get married because they're not worried about that. But now all the different things, they must got their own culture. Mustn't do this and that. The mother's very disappointed. Then they went to a restaurant. It was somebody's birthday.
Mariah's birthday.
And they went to the restaurant and they all
I like
ordered
Mariah, she's my
their
favorite.
long cool drinks and stuff like that. And he orders now a beer or the mother's eyes almost popped out. I think the daddy's eyes popped out. Because they was not used to them drinking or something. But his wife also feel like, you know, she doesn't know how also to behave in front of them.
And then that's when they gave Mariah that gift, the trip. Do you remember that?
Was that trip that they did? But she was his wife.
Yes, she was.
Ethan's wife said that she must go
So
with
Ethan's
her.
married now.
Ethan's married. They get married when they're young, so because they must don't want any scandal or stuff like that. But they say now for them it's weird because the way they were reared and the way they go into the world. But that is when you want to keep your children out of the world and they're in the world.
Yeah.
So that is not
She
just.
can't really separate
Separate. But the
But now since Ethan is now with his wife, and now every time that Ethan comes to see his siblings, now he's obviously now introducing them to new things, and then the one is like goody two shoes, like it's almost like you know Brady Bunch, and then you know Jan, okay, so there's these two sisters that are like the same age as Mariah, and there's another one. So the one is like goody two shoes, like she the one mustn't do the parents go away. Mariah and the other brother, when the parents went away, the two of them was out. They
but she doesn't also want. But then this Ethan, eldest brother, wasn't supposed to come to them. Can you remember that episode that he came and he took them away and put them ice cream?
Yes.
Oh, they were upset.
But I mean, they're having a reality show, so I mean, you know what I mean? Like, what do you think? You are putting your family on a reality show.
Yeah, you're inviting people in.
You're inviting it in, you're inviting all sorts of things in. So then, do you really want to keep them separated from the world?
Yeah.
You know?
So it also makes you wonder, like, how much money they were offered. Because to now invite, because I mean, when they talk to the camera, they're like very candid. They're like, yeah, we're not happy with this, with Ethan, and da 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 da. So, like, they are very, so they must have been given a lot of money to want to do that.
Like Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah, but Honey Boo Boo, you can see she wanted attention. Do you know what I mean? Or her and her family wanted that kind of reaction. But now, that's what I don't understand about this platform thing. I'm like, why?
Yeah, if you really don't want this, then why do you invite this into your life? I don't get that.
And it's also like, what? Like now the children, I mean, especially now the teenagers, now everyone can see them. You know what I mean?
But they're beautiful also.
But that nerdy one is not so beautiful.
No, but I mean the others and the way they dress.
And Ethan's not so lekker. Only the two middle children, Mariah and the boy, and the model. You isn't he a model?
It's a model too. So they allow them.
But mommy, why were you also into like that Bollywood stuff?
Bollywood?
No, I was never on Bollywood.
No, not Bollywood. What's it?
No, it was Bollywood. It was Indian.
Then they talk.
Bollywood, it was a movie.
No, it wasn't. It was like a
A
soapy.
series. And
It was a series,
yeah,
yes.
This
was a series.
That when they dubbed and in the mouth, the
Yes,
dubbing
and
is missing with the mouth.
And they cry.
Yeah,
They cry and it just like someone threw water on
Yeah,
them.
but then they go like, like it's a
That
flash.
time I liked it, but
It's like a
now,
telenovela.
I can't take that voices, the same voices. And Joan also watched that. Now I said, I can't take it. That was what interesting and to see how they.
I could never like watch it enough to become interested in it. You know what I mean? Like you have to watch. You know when you start watching a soap, you have to watch a lot.
But yeah, it's also about the culture, the old people control you when you're young and you're married, and they've got all the say. You're rich, even worse.
Tell Vanessa about that the people that lady in Nigeria, they're marrying this Nigeria on 90 Day Fiance.
Shame, man. But they got married now. I don't know what got married. She's must 53 and he's 30 something. So what? So they were now for 7 years they were corresponding. She's from America.
Americans.
They must got their attitudes.
The Americans.
Americans, they do have attitudes.
And mommy says the South African men also.
There's African men also. There's one from Joburg and one
That's
from,
the one that said she must come to.
and the other one from here, from
The
Cape
northern
Town,
suburbs.
northern suburbs. But they got, but now I think they're working through their things. But I thought they were attitudes and I don't want them as husbands. But anyway, so now that they're Nigerian, so he was now polishing his clothes. His friends were all standing there and he's polishing. He said, no, what's her name? I'm going to call her Melissa. Oh, she's coming. So he said, now, why are you polishing your car? So his friends were still young. So he said, no, you must respect your elders. She's much now older than him. So she said, what the F did he? I'm your elders. And so
crass.
I thought, but anyway, and they have all their different cultures. Now, they don't understand. They must not go to church there in America. A lot of them don't go to, but their churches must got a lot of religion. They put a lot of things on religion and stuff. So now they're going to get, but the mother actually approved of her.
His mother.
His mother, because look, she's old, she won't be able to give him a child. Now in their culture, they must be able to give children. But the uncles and stuff, they are not so. But afterwards, the mother said, if he's happy, then she's happy. If she wants her, then he can take her. But now she's worried about her grandchildren. That's going to miss her. And I thought, why don't you stay there? Stay there and get yourself an old man. No. They're old. I think they're now past yourself, but that's now.
And she has grandchildren and stuff already.
Now they want men, but now they go for these people in Ethiopia, like the other lady, and from India.
But that Ethiopian one wasn't so old. The lady wasn't so old.
But they're both young. But there's also culture there. She couldn't come right, but she's.
But the culture thing is a big thing because
it's big.
And if you're not gonna make an effort to understand it, especially if you're not gonna go live in that country, then it's just gonna cause problems.
But now she's trying to get this K1 K1 visa.
I don't know.
Is that 90-day fiance visa?
Then she's gonna come over there. What smells? Then she's gonna go over there, and what I don't know. She is far too. To me, her mouth is not nice the way she speaks to him.
Mommy says like she's very condescending towards him and she doesn't like that. But mommy will watch it and then she'll be like, hey! I'm like, why are you watching this if you get things? Like I'll walk past the room and she's just shouting at the TV. Don't even hear the people.
Especially she's so rude, and then they still have these long false nails, and that's what I don't like about them. Even this girl that's going to marry, that they're not married anymore, from Jordan.
Mommy gave me she said, can you please look up on Google these names? I'm like, why can't you look up yourself? So she said, no, the internet is off. I was like,
that's also another thing there with Jordan. With people from Jordan is, hey, they must now.
Because someone said, wouldn't the mother want to say she'll commit suicide if
There's a guy in India that but Jenny, he loves Jenny. He was going after Jenny for 8 years, and he was in a what you call it, marriage where they arranged marriage, and he wasn't happy. He told him he's not happy, and then he must have corresponded with Jenny, but they didn't tell Jenny that he was married. And when Jenny came over,
then he was married.
So he was married still, and then they must came to our house. Everybody, the in-laws and his parents and the wife, and it was a big thing. But then Jenny left for America. But then after a while, okay, then this divorce came through. Was a lot of red tape and stuff. But he said to his mother, his mother remember that he wanted to commit suicide because he loved Jenny. Jenny's also 54 and he's something, but to him he says it's not the age, it's the way Jenny is like a nice person. And now at the end now recently, the mother now, he said he wanted to have a ring ceremony. He's proposed to Jenny, and so he wanted his mother now to come. So his mother came over to the house. The mother said, over a dead body will you marry her? Because the family, it must now, how it is, the family.
You must also, you must marry in the culture and stuff like that.
So they said, and so she said, if he marries Jenny, then she will commit suicide.
That's a lot.
So he said he can't, he loves it. He only went on his knees and he cried by his mother and his father, and he said, Mom, why don't you want me to be happy? I love Jenny. I don't, I wasn't happy in my arranged marriage. Why are you doing this with it? But why there's lots of girls here in India? Why don't you want somebody that can give you children? Jenny's old already, and Jenny won't be able to give you children. But anyway, then the parents left, And then he said, well, now they can't get married because he wouldn't like his mother to commit suicide. But now also Jenny's visas was expiring and she must go back to marry now with now's COVID and all that. But then he took Jenny to some almost like a picnic place and where almost got a chair for her, and then he gave her this ring. What you call this ring?
It was like a promise ring.
A promise ring, and he made this, and then the rain came. He said, well, that is the blessings that they're getting, and they were running, and so it ended there. So I said, shame, man. Die kleine ouma, net she's nou met die ou vrou en she's shame.
But now, do you think that it's like you know, through these kind of shows, I think you mentioned something before, but like how you learn more about like other
cultures is, and then you must be so careful. Also, you just go into with a
Rose-colored glasses.
yes, and with stuff on your eyes.
It's not rose-colored.
With blinkers.
Blinkers on your eyes, and then you only when you there. The same with the Jordan, that guy from Jordan. His brother or his parents actually cut him off completely, and he got this girl. She's also very worldly, and she now came and now he said, so the brother came and she got the interpreter, and the brother said that that his father belonged to a tribe. The father can't just make decisions, a tribe, and maybe like the sheiks and stuff like that. And if they decide what the father must do with him, they can either decide they want to kill him,
Sure.
or they disown him. So she said she wouldn't like that, and he's prepared to go to, I realized, he's prepared to go to America to her, but just before COVID, the border was going to close, and then she left for America, and then he stayed behind, and shame, but she's feeling so bad, because she says she wouldn't want them to kill him because of her. Why must he lose his life? But I think at the end, but I heard something now that I think the two of them are not together anymore. So somebody wrote, I hope you will marry a Muslim girl in your culture that you can enjoy life. Well, she's got her ways of, it's totally different. She's a worldly way of bikinis. They don't want that. They wanted her to get married immediately.
Bikinis.
No, she was. Though they thought that she's doing porn stuff, because the things that then she still posts stuff on Facebook. Then they see these things, and the people can tell the parents. Now, any parent is not going to be happy about it. Imagine it was you and you're not supposed to do these things, and I see your husband is having an affair. Imagine.
But that's having an affair and posting bikini photos is two very different
But
things.
they don't want your flesh to be
Exposed.
ladies. Flesh is not supposed to be exposed. It must be covered.
And do you now think, like outside of now 90 Day Fiance, like do you think that like the stuff that you've watched about like South African stuff has made you understand like other South African cultures better? Like when you watch Mubango. Like, I mean, when did you know anything about the vendor people? But I mean, like, there's not people in your... You know, talking about 90 Day Fiance and people in Jordan. But, like, in your own country, there's, like, complete... Like, I used to watch, like, Culture Shock. And it used to come on Emily back in the day, and they used to, like, take, like say now, you two
they swap.
they swap with us, say, someone from, like, a different culture in South Africa. And it was not... And it's like... But it's like... It's
It's the wives that they will
it's like wife swap, whatever. And then it's almost like, so the one time they took now like a colored mommy and a daughter, but I know the daughter went to my school, and they swapped them with now two wives of one of like the African tribes, like maybe like Window or something like that. And then now the first week you almost like
You observe it.
yeah, you do things the way they do it. The family does it. And the second week you do it now your way. So now the first week, now the African two wives, they were now on the golf course with now the colored husband, and they're loving a liquor. And then the next week they told the colored son, you must go kill the chicken. Those boys cried. I knew that boy from Capstone. But he was like crying in the street there, holding this chicken. They told him he must go kill the chicken.
I am not traumatic.
But it's almost like for me, like that's interesting because like people they are like there are groups. I mean, our country is so small, and there's groups within our country we don't even know how
Don't even know
the
how.
There's
culture.
lots of groups. Not
Yeah.
even like I mean, people like to lump like everybody in these are black people, this is colored people, this is...
And even within
that,
yeah,
yes.
even within that, like
Yeah.
within like the Xhosa types is like now millions of different
Yeah.
versions of it, and they just maybe all speak
But
the
I
same.
suppose it's also
language.
why you need to get to know people, because there are so many differences.
But don't you think like that? But don't you think like TV is a good, not TV, but I mean like watching stuff is like a good way of sort of like. I mean, yes, getting to know people, but sometimes you don't also like
That's
you don't
why
have the opportunity
I
to
like
meet.
to
or-
watch stuff like that.
yeah, your excuses. And so I like to watch stuff like that. Nee, you just like people's drama. That's what you like.
No, isn't I like live stuff that's real. That's why I don't always like these movies.
But
and-
you like This Is Us.
Yeah, this is us. But sometimes I also think, what's the girl's name?
Kate.
Kate can get over her nonsense also. Always problem. But you know, it's actually true. Because I now watch, not 90 Day Fiancé, what is the Chantal family? It's almost like that. They were also on 90 Days. But anyway, her sister was now always chubby. And the other sister was always, always so slim. And they always used to compare. And she had now just as complex. And whenever they always used to say like, oh, Chantal is look like this, and Chantal, because Chantal has got a body and she's pretty, and her hair is also like, doesn't want to come right all the time. The weather is also to do with the hair. But anyway, so shame. So now the system was just gave it to her. She just had enough of them and all that. So they were now bad friends, and this Chantal couldn't take it because they were always like close. So she went to go approach her and she said, I was so sick and tired when we were growing up how they compare the two of us. I'm always chubby and I'm this and you, that's always what you call it. So that also made her think, what didn't her sister go through all the years? So that is why she met this guy guy with his 2 children, and made her feel so good. And he accepted the way she is, and she always had to compare because her mother is just so, mother want to have the nails is longer than the daughters, and the eyelashes is, so long, you can see it's not the eyelashes. And that is why this one family said that the son-in-law said, I wish I can pull that false hair off their heads because they show off. So you can also see there, the siblings, how rivalry, man, you learn, if you watch these shows, you actually see yourself in that
Character.
Do you mean if you watch now the reality ones, or you mean I think you learned a lot from This Is Us.
Yeah, I think she went from the show, like not a real life thing.
But I like reality shows on the whole. I like to
You never
watch.
watch the Kardashians and stuff like that?
Oh no, no, I don't know that kind of people. They are too.
She likes real people, not
Nee,
like
I don't like the
not like-
Kardashians. Never watched them once.
not like rich people. It's really like it's 6 triplets.
I like them also.
Yeah.
Because as the mother is like, you can see, man, the compassion she has for the children, her wife, and the husband is always so with her. And she's just real. And I like that other show also with a lot of children, 14 children. What's their
I
name?
don't know. I know you're talking about the.
But they really discipline their children. I mean, they are a lot together, twins and quins, and I don't know what.
Twins and quins.
But them, that they know how to discipline their children. You can have 14 children, but you can still discipline them, eh? When they walk, or the twins, the triplets has got maybe red on, and the twins got blue on, and the other, there's 5 got pink on, and they all walk in a row, nah?
Sure.
And but they're very religious. Them and the sextuplets, they never forget to thank God for.
Sweet, is that sweet? Is that Sweet Home Sextuplets? Which one's the one with Hazel and then?
No,
No, they're not. The other ones are religious with the twins, the naughty twins.
Twins.
What is it? As hulle was so uit at the hand.
But anyway, it's actually nice. And then that's why I said to Sharon also, to Samantha.
Okay, so you now really like Christmas movies.
Yeah,
Remember last year when you had like a when you wanted to have a Christmas movie,
Dude, I still want to have a Christmas movie.
and then nobody
But
wanted to
nobody's
watch it.
interested. Besides you,
And we
maybe.
came in, and then they were watching with like that Fast and the Furious.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Hobbs
Was
and
it Shaw?
Hobbs and Shaw.
That is your Christmas movie.
I don't know why people are not into Christmas movies. It just makes you feel good. That's anyway. I am.
But what do you think is that like? What is your favorite Christmas movie?
I like Scrooge.
Mm.
I think that's probably one of the best, and I don't know, maybe it's based on a Christmas Carol, so just where you reevaluating, and I was thinking about this, but I suppose the good ones are the ones where you learn something, and where it's also about family and the spirit of Christmas and the spirit of being human and those things. So Scrooge, I like. It's also funny, and then I also like obviously Love Actually. And I like the whole, even the beginning when they talk about airports and after that I just like.
But I like the fact that it's like it starts out like that and then it ends in an airport.
And it's just like, and it makes you realize that these are connections that people have, and everyone has someone, and like I think after that movie I started like watching people in airports a lot more and trying to figure out what is the story here, what is like what is going on, so I like that. I like The Family Stone. I know you don't like it.
Oh god, that
You
movie.
But it's fun, and I just like it. It's funny. It's awkward. It's extremely awkward.
But I wonder if that was what they were going for, because I mean, if you think of like a family, a Christmas like,
It's like
family during Christmas time, it's awkward. There's always going to be difficult. There's always going to be slight friction.
I think it's difficult to watch sometimes, like because Sarah Jessica puts her foot in it all the time, with a brother, with a mother, with everybody. But that's how people are. They're awkward. They're not these like it's not like like I've been watching all the the romantic rom-coms. But those are fly-by-nights, like fly-by-nights. It's not gonna last forever, those Christmas movies, because it's not real. It's that's more like the fluff and feel good. But in a movie like Family Stone, you're getting family. That's what family is. It's people don't get along. People say the wrong stuff. People get upset, but it still feels like family triumphs at the end of it, even though it's one big F up. You still kind of at the end of it, you know that these people love you. Regardless, and you learn that Sarah Jessica's character didn't have all that necessarily. She had to grow up. She doesn't know necessarily how to navigate this big family, everybody in your face vibes. So that's how people feel when they're with us. So.
I think maybe for me it's just like I can't, because it's too close. I've enough of this in my own life. I don't have to. I don't want to watch it.
Movies are supposed to be escapism. Now I must look at my family.
But then again, I always say, like, whenever I complain about it, I'm like, I hate, like, it rubs me up too much. But like Rachel McAdams I feel so represented. Her character, like,
she's so offside. Yeah,
like,
but that's you, right?
So I'm like,
people don't know that. They think she's sweet. Oh, she's so shy and sweet.
I'm definitely the one. I was like, that role in the family, I'm like, that is definitely me.
So have you put other people in your family against roles in that movie? Or when you think of movies?
I don't really think so. I mean, I think I can see a bit of like mommy in that Diane Keaton character.
Diane Keaton character in any movie.
No. I can't handle Diane Keaton. But, you think now, like, because I said so.
Yeah, because I said so. I think that's mommy. Oh. I can't seem to find the movie again, but yeah.
But she's not so meddling, I don't think. I don't think she has. I mean, maybe if she was like a single mom, she would have been like that. I don't think she has the time to be all up in our business like that.
Or we just keep her out of our business. That's the way you do it.
But what like you were saying, Love Actually?
Love actually. I mean, what I like. I think I just also like the movie because it's like this. What do you? I'm not gonna say like a collage of stories, but it's not a collage. It's the intertwining of stories that I really, really like. I love the little boy. It's just like he's like probably.
Did you watch the Red Nose one? Like with the reunion one.
I think I did, yes, but I can't even remember it now. You know, I don't remember very well.
But I do remember that he was in there and he was with that girl. Cute.
And then there's obviously the whole Alan Rickman and Emma Thompson and yeah, and of course Hugh Grant, and he's just too cute.
But I do think like maybe similar to what you said about the Family Stone with the Alan Rickman and Emma Thompson situation. It's like that is a lot of people's family situations. Like someone will, the trust will be broken, but they'll still stay together because of like, because of the children or whatever. So that is a version of like.
Yeah, because it's very easy to say, you should have just left him, or but there's sometimes more to a relationship than than one thing that happened. So that is also, I suppose, real. So it is probably like the Family Stone that you seeing real lives intertwined. And I love the movies where it crosses over like that into different, that we're all part of a bigger system. And something happens in one part of the system that affects another part of the system. I like that because that is the way the world works. The entire world works like that. That your behavior, your action, has a ripple effect on other things or on other people or just how connected we are. You don't even know that I know this one or I'm related to that one, and and that. So I like those movies. I like, as you know, I like a lot of those movies where there are stories that are intertwined and they're all connected by this golden thread of something. And you try and tie it all together, like, why is the story in this movie? And where's this going to like end up? And so I like that because it feels like a puzzle that you're trying to work out while you're watching it.
Yeah.
So it's like exciting.
So it's like partly like mystery, but it's also like you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's quite.
And I think I realized that I also always like things with like twists. So if it's like a movie where like you're trying to work out who's who, like where does Emma Thompson fit in the situation? Oh my word, she's Hugh Grant's sister, and and Laura Dern works for Alan Rickman, who in turn is like.
But it is. I mean, we're talking about crazy, stupid love, but it's also that like when they all come together and it's like.
I wish I could go back.
Peter, what's that dude's name?
Ryan Gosling.
Not Ryan Gosling. Kevin Bacon's character.
Lynn Hagen. David Lynn Hagen.
Yo, and they're like all just like, you David Lynn Hagen.
And then they all correct you, and Lynn Hagen and like Hagen.
Yeah, yo. It's like so quiet when they're like just all those realizations like land on everybody at the same time. Whew, I love it.
But I could go back and watch one. I mean, okay, a lot of movies, but I mean, like if I could watch something for the first time again, that reveal when it was, and then you watch it again and you're like, oh my word, you could have worked out of that.
Yeah.
Who's this Hannah that they're always talking about, or like Anna whatever.
Yeah, because they call it something else.
Anna banana or whatever.
But then it is Ryan Gosling, so it's also enough.
Listen, what did I say? I was thinking about like what was like my favorite Christmas movie, and I think you actually took me to watch, but I doubt you will remember this movie.
I probably won't.
Do you remember I'll Be Home for Christmas? It's got Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Jessica Biel.
No, I don't remember.
I went to go watch the movies with you, I think, and like I don't know, I just have such a. It's probably one of like the first now. Like I don't know why I like that movie so much. It's just like I don't even remember what it's about, but I know he's trying to get home, but he's like at college or something like that, and he has to get like he's like jumping off lifts from people, and Jessica Biel's nice girlfriend, and someone is, I feel like it's Andrew Keegan, but like a guy like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
he's like trying to like move in on Jessica Biel, but like obviously now when I used to love Seventh Heaven, and and Home Improvement. And I liked him. And I was like, yo, it's my girl from Seventh Heaven and my guy from Home Improvement in one movie. But probably it's like those Hallmark movies. Although I was watching like the Christmas advert on Lifetime, and I see that they have a lot more like diverse Christmas movie. Because you look at the Hallmark stuff, it's all like that same girl with like the blonde hair that come like this,
Just
and
go
like
to a town to go do something.
and it's like a boring looking white guy.
I was feeling like that there's like they're giving me like Christmas movie fatigue on Netflix at Showmax, and not fatigue, just that there's not like
Too much.
So I was like, yo, what do I choose? Because I don't want to feel like another Christmas movie. So I watched Alf yesterday for I think the first time because I don't remember. And
You laugh, but funny, no?
it was funny. Yeah, because I'm not a big Will Ferrell fan. And then I watched the documentary on them making Elf.
Oh, okay. Well, that's also Netflix.
That's also Netflix on the movies that made us or something, that made the holidays or something. And so the first episode is about Elf. And so I thought, okay, wait, let me not watch a documentary, let me first watch the movie. So I first watched the movie and it was like, oh, so additionals in there. I was like, this is all quite nice. Like, but it's like, I thought, what makes this so nice? But it's like that whole Christmas spirit, man. And again, it's family.
Yeah.
And it's about resonating with loved ones and all those things. And of course, family looks different for different people. But yeah, and then I watched a documentary and the dude that wrote it, because I can't remember their names. But like, he had lost his dad when he was young. So he wanted like this father-son Christmas movie. And then he talks about Rudolph the Reindeer. It's like this, like almost like type of, it's an old movie that they used to watch with his dad, and and then when the director John
Favreau
came on board, he's like, he has 3 visions for the movie, and one is that it must look like this Baskin whatever,
Baskin Rock,
something like that. Type of movie that Rudolph was made in.
You mean Rudolph, that old Rudolph the Red-Nosed, with that red,
I don't know.
Looked almost like stop motion type.
Stop motion, and he wants stop motion in it, and it must be enduring. It must be an enduring movie, and it was like so lekker to like actually watch like the story behind it, and like he had just had his child, so he wanted to make a movie that his child would be proud of, and how they use people who were in the crew, their kids in the movie, and so it was actually really nice watching it. And I was thinking, it is those movies actually where it's almost like there are also kids involved sometimes. It just makes you feel like, this is like the miracle of Christmas. It's sometimes about sacrificing, it's sometimes about love. There's a short story that I don't remember the name. I taught it when I just started teaching, and about this lady that cuts off her hair. It's an old story. She and her husband they're both poor, they're poor and whatever, and he wants to buy this beautiful comb for her hair, and she wants to buy him the, he has a watch that his dad gave him or something, and they both want to give it, she wants to buy him a chain, and then she cuts her hair off to buy him the chain, and he sells the watch to buy her the comb. And it's all like these.
And they're both hopeless.
They're both hopeless, and they both got like useless gifts then. But yeah, like it's like those kind of stories. I don't know, but maybe I just romanticize it all. I just love.
But it is like, it's like a good, it is like feel good.
Yeah.
And it's like.
And I know it's only like one part of the year, and I know that there's a bigger significance about like, it's not about like,
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know who I put it.
Doesn't matter.
But I know you're saying there's a bigger significance, but I think we can both say that what we believe Jesus to be is a person of love.
Yeah.
So what you are saying that you love about Christmas and Christmas movies and Christmas decorations and Christmas spirit is the love of it.
Yeah, and it's about reconciliation, and it's about hope, and it's about belief. All those things that makes life better, and for some people they will say, that's the fluff, that's the airy fairy, but that's what lifts the human spirit. You know, so if you look at a time like this, so if anyone's going through anything, if you've got something to hope in, if you've got something to believe in, if you have people who love you, you know, if you can do that for other people, then what's wrong with it? You know, it will just make the world a better place if people are more like that. I think it just does something to your spirit. It lifts you up. And I don't think there's anyone who can do without that. You know, as much as we think, I'm a loner or I'm a whatever. So I think that Christmas is just maybe a time to remember that. But it's still cool and full of like...
And you get presents and
you get presents and...
things are decorated nice.
Yeah, I mean, we're thinking a lot now because I was chatting to somebody about like, there's no, what is an African Christmas also? You know, because we very much also, it's the white Christmas. And I've had a white Christmas that is magical. No, it's cold and like it's glistening with snow and, you know, all those things. However, both my winter Christmases, I miss my family so much. For both times, even though it was magical and there was presents and this was great, you again come back to what the real meaning is of Christmas and that sort of thing. I don't know what I wanted to say, but anyway, yeah.
No, you were saying that you were saying what is an African Christmas?
Yeah. So what does it also look like? So I mean, we don't have, probably because everything's made in China. There's like, you know, everything's snow and, you know, you decorate. And so how do you almost depict our own space? You know, how do we depict a Christmas tree that doesn't have snow, but there's something else? You know, the green tree still works because we have green trees here. But, you know, the way you decorate, the way you do things. We have a summer, we have an African Christmas. You know, so what does that look like? Because the quintessential snow thingy is not ours. So how do we make that more authentic to us? You know, how do we almost celebrate
without it looking
North American, you know, or the North, you know, what is the South? Because half the world has a summer Christmas, you know, it's only, and the other half has a winter Christmas, but we're so focused on the winter story. So what is the summer story of Christmas, you know? So yeah, I've just been thinking a little bit about that. And maybe it's braaiing or barbecuing or whatever.
And swimming.
Because it's hot, you know. Now we want to put on like caps with fur, you know, and drink hot chocolate and eat. It doesn't work. That's why, you know, Tilburg doing like Christmas in July, that works for us.
Because it's cold.
Because it's cold and you can have some of that. But yeah, so it's also like how do I start doing Christmas that's also
more
authentically Southern Hemisphere or African or
But isn't it like it's very difficult because it kind of feels like I remember growing up and we had like the real Christmas trees. And I'm like, this don't look like the Christmas trees in the movies. Why the branches so far apart?
So maybe someone should do a Christmas movie in the summer.
Well, there's one coming out now on Netflix.
Is it?
South African one.
A South African one. Yeah, so I mean, because you the movies is what you grow up with, so you kind of...
Yeah. But it will take a while though. You know what I mean?
No, of course it will. Because it doesn't.
Did you watch that Holiday in the Wild?
No, actually I haven't watched that one.
Oh, so that's also like I feel like it was probably set in like Botswana or something like that. With Kristen Davis.
Yeah, I saw that.
Kristen Davis and Rob Lowe.
Oh yeah.
So like they so anyway, she was at this elephant conservation camp and she goes after her husband, Colin Moss.
Colin Moss?
So I'm pretty sure that they filmed like New York in South Africa because everyone was even like her New York friends. Her boss was in Hendrik from Sevendeland.
I have to watch.
So they were like, so everyone is like South African actors, but like so her husband divorces her like just before Christmas, and a child, Rob Lowe's son in real life, plays her child. He goes off to college or whatever, And then she's like, okay, what's she gonna do with her life? So she's like, okay, she's gonna. She bought this trip to Botswana for her and her husband. And then he didn't want to go with, so she went on her own. And then she meets Rob Lowe and she gets involved in this.
Not a bad person to meet.
And then she gets involved in this like elephant conservation thing. And then she like stays there for like months after she was supposed to. And then like after the trip was over, and then she just like moves from the hotel to stay on the conservation camp. And then she spends Christmas there, and it's quite nice. Like, and then it's obviously like a lot of maid families, and then there's like all the conservation people, their families come through for Christmas, and the sun comes down, and like it's just like, and then they sort of like make their own thing, and you can see it's like it's summer, and they have like, and it's like their Christmas there, and like it was very interesting because now it's like this American woman celebrating a Christmas year and what that looks like also. But it didn't look lekker.
Yeah, the Christmas Chronicles 2.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell them.
Kurt Russell them, yeah. So I think it's that one. It could be blurry, but I think it is that one. They also like somewhere in the Caribbean or somewhere, Mexico or somewhere, and you know she's real upset because she ain't got no snow, you know, and again it comes through what, you know, the message of Christmas is, doesn't matter where you are, you know, that it's still about a family and, you know, being together and all those things.
I say a lot, but I don't know if I'll be able to do a winter Christmas. Like I don't like cold.
Look, I think it's something you must experience. I think that there's it's a different kind of vibe. I don't know, it's dark, you know, so if you, I mean, yeah, but it's dark by 3 o'clock, you know, 4 o'clock, and so the lights are always twinkling, you know, people go sometimes way out. I mean, it's like you see in the movies, you know, people doing their gardens and it's like that. So I think it's an experience, it's different, you know. But I mean, I remember when I think I was in the States and I was sitting there and I think, I don't smaak this mashed potato, I want the roast potato, you know. So, but I think it's something to experience, and if there is snow, it's something to experience. So I just think it's a different thing, and it's like the movies, you know. They've got big trees erected with all, you know, which you don't get because the sun goes down at 8 o'clock here, so it doesn't have the same vibe. So I just think it's something to experience, but not necessarily something that you want to do all the time.
But it's like in the holiday when, I mean, I know Cameron Diaz was in America, but she was in Los Angeles. It doesn't snow there. So like when she and Kate Winslet swapped, it was like two different worlds.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of cool. We should do something like that, but like someone comes to South Africa, Australia, or something. You see the experience.
Oh, that was
Maybe I
so
should
nice.
do that.
That was a good movie. But yeah, they were a bit irritating. I know we discussed that years and Jude Law was a bit irritating.
I don't mind. Obviously, you know, I don't mind Jude Law in anything.
No, I
but
mind him in some things.
But he and I mean it is cute, like with the children and stuff. But like I was like, stop complaining, Cameron Diaz. Can't anymore. And then Kate Winslet's so lovely. Like she has so much problems, and she's just like being nice and helping this old
But isn't
man.
that so? I mean, you know, their lives also like. I mean, she had everything, Cameron Diaz, but she didn't have everything. You know, whereas Kate Winslet maybe came from more humble beginnings or whatever. Yeah, and then she comes into this like mansion and but I mean the story that, I don't know if it's a sub story or a story that with the old man.
That was the best part.
You know, and you know how he's spirit again. You know, he's because we do that with old people, that we almost like forget about them.
Yeah.
You know, and they almost extract themselves from society, and we're not always very good at celebrating and supporting and, you know, remembering the old and celebrating what they've done and that sort of thing. So I really like that part of the movie and how she encourages him and you know, that there's someone in his corner, because I do think that sometimes we, you know, old people become like problematic. We don't want to worry too much about them. But it's a nice example of how you can almost like breathing life into someone again, you know, like giving someone hope, giving someone something to look forward to, and encouraging.
And do you think, like, I mean, I know you were talking like about like the spirit of Christmas, the spirit of Christmas.
Because you know that Santa's sleigh used to work on Christmas spirit. Eh?
What?
Yeah, don't you know that? Yeah. All
That
the
what
movies I'm watching, they say, the sleigh goes when Christmas spirit is high.
So is Christmas spirit not high then?
Then they got like a motor in the sleigh.
Oh my god. But don't the reindeers drive them?
Yeah, that's what Alf was saying yesterday. He's like, I thought the reindeer drive the sleigh. And they're like, no, there's a motor in here as well. Because, you know, you never know.
But no, what is this saying about the with the Christmas spirit? I'm like, do you think that, like, yes, it's about like love and family and hope, but you also think it's about like doing something for some, you know, like how do you
I think ultimately you should be asking yourself that question. Like, how do I make the space around me better? You know, it doesn't have to be how do I make the whole world better. It's how do I make the spaces around me better. You know, so if you believe in the story of Christmas, or you just subscribe to the spirit of Christmas, then it's like, so what are you doing? You know, what are you doing to change the way things are? And maybe that change needs to start with you. You know, and sometimes it's, what am I going to be doing for, you know, differently?
Yeah.
You know, to make the world around me a little bit different, a little bit more kinder. I just think there's a lot of people just have a lot of negativity also. And people are easy to want to break people down. And it's easy to do when you can, it's easy to do on a phone behind you know, a handle of some sort, but it's also easy to do it in real life, where you can, you know, you just don't have to care. You can just say what you want to and you can move on, and it's freedom of speech or whatever. But I think, you know, we can just sometimes start with ourselves. It's not big things.
But do you not think that, like, sometimes, like, the pressure around Christmas, like the pressure to do certain things, or the pressure to have like the perfect space, to get the perfect gifts, like that sometimes hinders what people perceive Christmas to be? Because I mean we can't deny this, like there's a lot of people that think very negatively about Christmas, and that's not necessarily about the holiday or about, you know, whatever. It's more about the pressure that was put on them. You know, we have to look perfect, we have to have all these things, we have to spend time with people who treat us terribly. Because I mean, all people's families aren't great.
No, true. That is true. I suppose, look, it's like anything. Sometimes it's a bad rap because people have experienced bad things. So I think, for some people, Christmas is not a happy time because of things that they've gone through in their own lives. And I think you can redefine how you want to celebrate your Christmas. You know, it's a bit difficult, I suppose, if you still have parents and, you know, there's certain traditions but I think you can redefine how you spend Christmas and what you want Christmas or the season to mean. But I also think, there is probably a pressure, but where's the pressure coming from? So it's like anything else in life, we have to reevaluate things all the time and ask ourselves, you know, is this what I want? Is this the way I want to do it all the time? You know, so I can continue because it's what's expected of me, or I can now change the script for myself. So I think it's like anything else in life. So you need to decide that at some point. It doesn't have to be the next Christmas or now, but maybe you want to say, you know, in a couple of years' time, there's maybe not older people in my family anymore. I'm going to do things a little bit differently because this is not the way I want it done. But it's also not like a once-off thing, because I think, you know, everybody's getting things now. Like if you're an NGO or something, you're getting a gift or you're getting something, you know.
What do you mean?
No, like people will now donate because it's Christmas.
Oh, you mean?
You know, but maybe I was thinking, maybe it's best to do it in February when no one's giving anything. You know, so how do you almost take that and maybe extend it for more of the year, than just.
So if you see Christmas as a time when you sort of reevaluate, and I mean, and I think like within like the Christian calendar, like the whole point of Advent is you're starting again. So if you see Christmas as a new beginning, as a way of starting again, then it could be a time when you commit to saying, for the next year I'm going to be doing this. So I mean, I suppose people do that with their New Year's resolutions, but I mean, I think that maybe a month before New Year is a good time to think, okay, what did I do? What didn't I like about what I did this year?
Sitting on the 31st of December and going, let me reflect on my year before I go to my party. It isn't necessarily the best thing to do. So I think that this time now is to think about, so how do I do things differently for the year to come? How do I change things? What are those relationships that are important to me, that I need to work on, that I want to?
And like, what do you think? How do you think Christmas during COVID, like, I mean, obviously a lot of people can't be with their families, or they can't like, do the thing. Like, say now, even if you are able to spend time with your family and you're used to going to 3 friends' houses afterwards and you can't go see them anymore, or part of your tradition is going to this Christmas market, and you know what I mean, like people's traditions are different. So like, how do you think it's possible for us to like keep the Christmas spirit, like?
Because I think it's an intrinsic thing. You need to be thankful for where you are at right now. So I mean, yes, there's things that you can't do. You can't have 100 people. You can't be maybe going to a market now and exposing yourself and all that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, if those things that you do for Christmas isn't centered around the intention, then does it really matter? So if you keep the intention, it doesn't really matter what you do. It's the same like everybody was having Zoom parties during COVID. It didn't minimize the fact that I was celebrating my family members. It still helped me to be connected with them. So I see it in the same way, because the intention, is not about the decorations and about this and even the traditions. The intention is about how I feel and what I do. And that needs to stay. And you can reinvent how you do that. It doesn't have to be the same old way all the time.
So that was our chats with my mom and my sister. My sister Vanessa, you can find at Vanessa Welby on almost all social medias. She's probably always willing to talk Christmas with you if you have thoughts or questions or ideas. As for me, I wanted to talk about some of my favorite Christmas movies that weren't mentioned in the episode. So, I mean, briefly mentioned, but my favorite of all time is Love Actually. I have to watch it every Christmas. That's my tradition. Love Actually. Even though we did mention, but I also really love Bridget Jones' Diary. I am in the minority who loves all three, and I can watch all three over and over and over again. But no, I really love the first one, and I consider it a Christmas movie because so much of the story happens over Christmas time, and it's just I love Colin Firth. Mr. Darcy has my heart, and Bridget is just the best. I think my favorite Nancy Meyers Christmas movie has to be The Holiday. Even though I mentioned in the episodes, I don't care for Cameron Diaz, and I prefer to only watch the Kate Winslet scenes. But I also think it's quite a magical Christmas movie. I love When Harry Met Sally. Some would consider it a New Year's movie, but has a lot of Christmas elements to it as well. It's like a holiday movie if you prefer. My favorite classic is a very cliched answer, but What a Wonderful Life. The way I cried for that movie, I don't even think there were tear ducts left in my eyes. It was just such a beautiful film, and the music and the acting and everything is perfect. When it comes to, I'm not a big fan of the Hallmark movies. I will try it and I will probably watch it, because I can't deal with too much of the same. So I would enjoy it for a time being, but like I always have like a cap. But the ones on Netflix that I did enjoy was Holiday with Emma Roberts and Luke, I'm gonna get his name wrong, Luke Bracey, the Australian one. So funny and so cute. I also like The Night Before Christmas, the Vanessa Hudgens one that premiered last year. I prefer to the Princess Switch because I don't really like the Prince and the Princess Switch. He's like very meh for me. But the Night in the time travel one, lovely. And then other my favorite Tim Burton Christmas movies are Edward Scissorhands and A Nightmare Before Christmas. If you're looking for something a little bit different, not all romancy schmancy, then I would suggest those two. It's quirky, it's funny, it's great movies. So following off that, this week I am crashing on. So I'm still having problems with my internet, which means I've had to watch normal TV, normal terrestrial TV. So I've been watching Killing Eve on Fox, but because of they're playing season 1 and they only play 2 episodes a night, so I have to tune in at 6 every night to watch, and it feels like back in the day when I would tune in to watch Seven the Line or something like that. But yeah, I'm really been into it, and I just want my internet to come back so I can watch more episodes because it is so gripping. And then the second episode's in, I have to wait till the next day. What? Anyway, and also, which premieres the 18th of December, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Such an excellent film based on the August Wilson play, and you can feel the sort of theatre-esque way the film is done. Viola Davis in the lead, always an amazing actor, and then Chadwick Boseman's last performance. And if there was a way to choose someone's last performance, wow. I know I'm not making sense, but he was so excellent. We knew that he is a great actor, but that movie was just the cherry on top. And if he doesn't get nominated for an Oscar for that, I'm rioting in the streets. So yeah, coming out on Christmas is also Bridgerton. And I want to talk more about this, but I'll talk about it maybe next week because it feels I don't want to bombard you with things. But yeah, look out for Bridgerton if you like period romances and and hot period romances. Guys, check out Bridgerton, coming out on Christmas Day on Netflix. But yeah, I'll probably write more about it in my newsletter, and there will be a review coming up on Channel 24. So look out and follow us on the socials. So yeah, that's all from us. You can find me at Caryn Welby on Instagram, at Caryn Welbys with an S on Twitter, and sign up for my newsletter Wild Streams at wildstreams.substack.com. Also follow us on YouTube at What's IGN Crushing On. The podcast can be found at Crushing On Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can find more information about this and all our other episodes at our website, crushingonpodcast.com, and send any feedback to crushingonpod@gmail.com. Join our Facebook group, Crushing On Club, where we chat about the show, celebrity news, recommendations, the whole shebang. Let us know what you think about what was discussed in this week's episode by sending us a voice note or email to crushingonpod@gmail.com. The show is produced by me, Caryn, and Rebecca Barches. The show is edited and engineered by Rebecca Barches. Our logo was designed by Latifa Maroof. And the show was created in partnership with IGN Africa. If you like the show, tell everyone that you can, any way that you can. Keep up to date with all our episodes by subscribing to the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And please rate and review the episodes on Apple Podcasts, as it helps others find the show. We'll be back next week with another in-depth conversation with a pop culture lover. See you then!